What is up, everybody? It's your boy T Strange here with Project Underdog Podcast, episode number 5. What I want to talk about today is something that's extremely important to me and has been crucial in my success as a man, as a husband, as a real estate agent, entrepreneur, with everything that I've done, and that is self-trust. That is trusting yourself and your judgment. Now, I don't know if all this came about because of social media. I doubt it. Maybe I think it just exposed it for what it was. But if you've noticed, tribalistic thinking is running the world, man. It's crazy. And the greatest example I can give to this is left versus right. Republicans versus Democrat. And, 90% of the world of America is going to tell you that they are one or the other. And there are very few that are in there that think for themselves and say, you know what, I'm neither one of those. I agree with these points, but I don't agree with these points. And we're in a time right now where there is zero room for dissent. If I'm a part of the Republican Party and say, I agree with everything that you guys are saying, but, honestly, I'm pro-choice. Oh God, you're not a Republican, you're an old liberal snowflake, or whatever the hell they would have to say. Funny story. A friend of mine, he's the most liberal guy I know, as far left as you could possibly get. He had made a post apparently on criticizing the president, criticizing Joe Biden and all that stuff that he's doing. And somebody commented and said, "You're just another Trumper." And I'm like, bro, there's no way that this guy, I'm telling you, man, this is the most liberal dude that I know of. At least he's vocal about it, that I know of. And to call this guy a Trumper because he disagrees with a single talking point of your tribe, he's kicked out. Fuck you. We don't want you here. You're a Trumper. You don't agree with everything we have to say. You're out. So, and with that too, we're tribalistic creatures, right? We build cities. Community is extremely important. One of the cruelest things that we can do to people and to prisoners is solitary confinement, to isolate them from other people. So, it's just biological that over time that we've had this need to join forces with one another and find a group of people that we belong to. However, the problem with that is when you do that, when you rely on those labels of what you consider yourself to be. I'm a Christian, or I'm a Baptist. I'm a Southern Baptist. We don't believe in foot washing. We don't talk in tongues. You can have a piano in the church, but that's it. We can't have any other instrument. When you start prescribing to whatever label it is that you claim to be, because it gives you a sense of camaraderie, it gives you a sense of community, bro, you have completely destroyed your ability to think freely. You are thinking, you're not even thinking, you're following. And there's a lot of reasons for that. People don't want to be ostracized. People don't want to be left out and made fun of. And, like I said, it's a part of our biology that we really dislike any type of negative criticism. And especially when in regards to you don't belong. You're not welcome here. And that sucks for a lot of people. And most people aren't strong enough to face that adversity and live their own truths. But I can tell you this, those that don't prescribe to certain labels, to certain tribes, that sincerely do listen to who they are and what's inside of them, they're much more fulfilled people. They live much more clean, disciplined lives with purpose and help the world tremendously more than these ideological followers of whatever set beliefs you're supposed to believe. Because the reality of it is, if you were brave enough to delve into yourself and say, do I really believe in everything that this certain group says? You're not going to. There's no way that the truth that resides in you would 100% agree with any specific tribe. It's just not possible. And so what you do, you attach yourself to these beliefs that somebody else told you to adopt, and you run with it. Now, half of them, or even over half, may be valid to who you are. You may be pro-life. You don't like abortions. Good for you. You don't like being overtaxed. Hell, I don't either. Well, good for you. There are certain things that you will agree with, but there's a lot that you won't too. And you got to be brave enough to ask yourself, what do I really fucking think here? And that's really difficult for people to do. People do not like thinking for themselves. If they did, they wouldn't be stuck in 9-to-5 jobs that they hate. Their lives would be full of some type of purpose other than the slow burning hell that I see in corporate America in the 9-to-5. It sucks, and my heart goes out to these guys. At the same time, you're still responsible for yourself. And a big part of that is understanding you and what's important to you and what would really make you happy. I mean, dude, if you want to fucking cross dress and, go downtown and play an acoustic guitar and set up a tip jar, go do it, man. As long as you're not hurting anybody, do what's in your heart. How many times can you look back on your life of something you wanted to do or something that meant something to you that you were afraid to tell the fucking world because of what they were going to say and how they were going to react to you? I mean, man, I can say personally that holds me back, from releasing music. It has held me back from releasing music, from speaking opinions, from things that burned in me, things that I really wanted to do. Perhaps I didn't want to do them bad enough at the time because the thought of criticism or being ostracized would not have been nearly as important as doing the thing. So there's accountability on my part for not doing those things, opposed to just being afraid to be, voted off the island. You know what I'm saying? But when I started listening to myself and I started being objectively honest with my limitations, with my gifts, with what was in my control, and I gave trust to myself. I said, Taylor, if you are working in accordance with what's in your heart and what's in your head and what's in your soul, there's no fucking way you're going to lose. There's no way. Of course, I'm influenced just like anybody else, and I'm intentionally influenced. I try to listen to men speak and women speak that know what the hell they're talking about. I love Tony Robbins, Ed Milet's a solid dude too. There, Napoleon Hill. There's several men that have influenced my life from the words they say where I could share their beliefs too. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking for myself. I pick out what I want, I disregard the rest. And because I think for myself, I had the self-sovereignty that, man, it makes me comfortable in any situation. I'm not afraid of who I am. I'm not afraid of what the world is. And if I'm stuck with a fucking challenge or a problem, I trust myself to get through that. And I feel like a lot of people that work for other people, especially, you go to school, you work for somebody else, they're always used to being told what to do. I can't tell you how many times when I first got my real estate license, everybody tried to talk me out of it. Oh, that's a rough way to make a living. There's no guaranteed paycheck. How are you going to do that? Well, there's a lot of business. The market's not that good, which it wasn't at the time. And, go work somewhere. Go work somewhere, a 9-to-5 where you get your benefits, you get health insurance and a 401k and get your 2 weeks vacation while I tell you what to do. Because I know what's best for you more than what's you. And not only that, I want to tell you how much you're worth. You're worth this much an hour. Get to work. I know you're too fucking scared to get out of here and go do your own thing. Right? You got to listen to yourself, man. It kind of goes back to what I was talking to yesterday about ultimate honesty. But going beyond honesty, the next step to that is trusting yourself and building self-respect. Self-respect through discipline. Sticking to your commitments to yourself and to the world. Powerful stuff, man. But like I said, when I started to trust myself, when I started to trust my own decisions and trust my own problem-solving abilities and trust my own gumption as a man, I got this. I don't care if everybody's telling me what the fuck I'm doing is wrong. Inside my heart and my head and my soul, I know what I'm doing is right. And I may fucking fail, man. I may get my teeth knocked in and I have several fucking times. But you're not going to fucking stop me. Can't, motherfucker. You aren't going to. Same things to be said for you. Trust your fucking self. Regardless of what friends and family may tell you otherwise that contradict who you believe you are or what you believe you're capable of, fuck that shit. Trust yourself. I'm out.